Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry I haven't been able to upload it all yet. I just got back home. I've been traveling. I went to Gen Con in Indianapolis, US. Best 4 days in gaming is their motto, and I can certainly attest to that. I was running Firefly. I hope you got to play some games if you went out. If not, I recommend you go out or at least play the Firefly board game. I enjoy it quite a lot. But we are playing Magic today. So, sorry if you hear my AC in the background. It's 110 Fahrenheit here after the heat index, which is about 43 Celsius. So, bear with me. So, Vendilion Clique's back. And Medomai the Ageless is piloted by Raphael 22129. I'm looking at this hand. I have the Spell Pierce, which I usually like having early to stop Sol Ring Mana Crypt draws. I need maybe one more blue to really get this hand to start ticking. I have the Thawing Glaciers, so it's a land every other turn if I draw no other lands. The Spell Pierce is a little bit of protection early, but it's not that much. But I think this hand is going to be better than my average 6. I have draw power, I have counters, slash draw, up the curve. So this is definitely going to do what I need it to do if I can get one or two more lands. And I believe my opponent keeps as well. I have a couple games with Raphael. I might put up other ones, both against the Medomai deck. I don't think it's very well tuned, and personally, when you're playing Medomai, I'm confused as to why you wouldn't just be playing Dragon Lord Ujitai for the hit and anticipate, and it costs less mana and hits harder. I guess the extra turn is the thing that I like to do, but that's alright. So, I'm going to lead on an island, hold up the Spell Pierce just in case. And Plains, and sweating one. Haven't played in a while. I was just expecting Sol Ring right out of the gate. Another island, alright, so that's exactly what I need, but I want to get Thawing Glaciers down. Playing the second island, I can't use Flash of Insight yet, because only the flashback costs 2, so might as well get the untapped Glaciers down for the Glaciers down so I can untap it the following turn. And my opponent, Raphael, goes with Prairie Stream. This nice art, Prairie Stream, which comes in tapped because he only has one basic, and Mana Crypt. And it just makes me think, he must have top decked this if he didn't play it on turn 1. Because this telegraphs to me that he's got a 3 mana play that he wants to do, or he just drew it. But if he had a 3 mana play, he either just drew that 3 mana spell, or he just drew the Mana Crypt. Either way, I'm not going to let it resolve. I have the Spell Pierce, and Mana Crypt in play makes Spell Pierce kind of pointless anyway, so there's no hesitation to throw that away. Alright, so now my shields are down for a moment. I'm not going to telegraph that. I open the Thawing Glaciers up to Wasteland by using it on his turn, but I want to represent the double blue, even when I don't have actual counterspell or mana drain. No 3 mana play, so now I'm thinking that he had just drawn the Mana Crypt, and he didn't keep the hand on the strength of it, meaning that his opening hand was halfway decent before he drew Mana Crypt. So it's not like he's gonna have a junk hand coming out, in my opinion. So that was the Glaciers. I haven't made any edits to the deck since the last time I've uploaded. Sorry, I jumped through that real quick there. Mana Leak, well that's awesome. So I don't have to play this island now and keep up the rewind. I can just play the Thawing Glaciers, get that untap out of the way, and hold up this Mana Leak. And he seems really starved for blue. I'm wondering what's going on. And here is the strength of Vendilion Clique. I get to find out what's going on. It just resolves immediately. I think he had F6'd. And I get to take a peek at his hand. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. So, Apprentice Wizard doesn't come down yet. Definitely a lot of mana in mono blue decks. Emiria Shepherd is a 7-drop. Fairy Trickery. He's missing the second blue, and conveniently it cannot counter my Vendilion Clique. Niche drawback on there. Negate, which is going to be my choice, just because most of my deck is non-creatures, and him being able to interact for 2 mana is not where I want it to be. Righteous Authority is a +1/+1, so it's Imperial Plate, I believe, and an extra draw per turn. So, but it's a 5-mana enchantment. And Riptide Director, which is draw for each wizard you control for 4 mana. So, looking at this hand, I definitely assume this Medomai deck is not up to snuff. It's more of a 75% build or casual build, and Clique is going to punish that. So I take the negate, and I write down the other things in chat. Arcane Denial, well that's going to be awesome. So now, I make a blunder in my coming turn, I believe. So he plays a land, and down comes Darksteel Ingot. Now I've noticed that he's played Plains 3 turns in a row, and his only blue source is Prairie Stream. I know he has 2 double blue effects in his hand, yeah, the Fairy Trickery and the Apprentice Wizard. So my goal is actually to keep him off the blue mana here and counter this. And even though I'm not really containing his mana super well, it's what I want to. It's the position that I need to be in. Okay, no, I didn't make a blend here. Usually I'll like to crack the Glaciers, then rewind, untap the Glaciers, and crack it again, get a double land off it. But I was one short of doing that this turn, so that's okay. I'm going to Mana Leak him. I really don't need him to get that second blue down. Are we bugged? This replay just worked a moment ago. There we go. Alright, sorry I jumped through that. So it gets countered, and I draw an island. I went and got an island, and I played Return the Thawing Glaciers. So we're just going to put it back down. And I get in for, I think that was 6 this time. So my opponent's going to go with Sisay's Ring, and I'm going to let this resolve. He's still stuck to a single blue-colored mana, and Sisay's Ring, honestly, it's not Thran Dynamo. Yes, it can put him up to Medomai. It starts to get in places, but I'd rather him have Sisay's Ring in play and me sandbag some of my counter magic for the stuff that actually matters. His hand's getting low. I have him under a clock already, so I care more about resolving this Ingenuity here than letting him, containing his mana anymore. Because now I've leaned into only containing his blue sources, not his other sources. So Sisay's Ring's fine. I get to Ingenuity for a bunch. Memory Lapse, Future Sight, Sage's Dowsing. Well, that's going to be amazing. I top deck this Strip Mine, and just like I said, I've been leaning into containing his blue, and now I'm going to cut him off of it entirely. I crash him with the Vendilion Clique. Go to end step. I'm going to pitch the Flash of Insight because I can get rid of some of the stuff in the grave at the end of his turn for 2 mana and draw. And I think he draws and scoops it up. So this game's really a testament to how brutal this deck can be to play against when you start to stumble into things, and I can actually make the tempo game against you. Clique is a clock, and they do not forgive some of these mana stumbles. And it's through no fault of his own. I'm sure that hand was good enough for his deck, but my curve is just so much lower, and he never drew a second blue source on a land to turn on that Apprentice Wizard and get Medomai out faster. I think last turn he didn't play a land, and he played Sisay's Ring instead. If he had drawn a land and played Medomai, he might have been in better shape, but because I wouldn't have been able to use the Ingenuity, I would have had to... actually, no, I would have had Rewind, so I could have thawed, rewound, thawed, and yeah. I'd rather put 2 lands into play with the Rewind than use the Ingenuity at that point. But it's definitely a testament to how good this deck can be when it's left unchecked, and when I can play this tempo game of containing the mana initially all of the mana development, and then after noticing the stumbling on blue, the blue development itself. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's a short game, but I'll have more. Probably upload the other game I have with this guy. One of the other games that I have goes a little bit longer, but we both get to do things in that a bit better. So hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one.